Welcome, welcome. Hope everyone's feeling great out there. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to put a little video together for you, just showing all kinds of different areas of the collection, sort of a combo, what's good, choose your own adventure, hybrid type of thing. We're just going to dig into all kinds of different mini collections in different areas and just sort of try to tie it all together for you. So let's start out with some food issue. This Henry Aaron 1954 Johnston Cookies rookie card. Such a cool card. Came in the box of cookies. Or you could, I think, technically mail in. This one's a little cookie-ish looking though. Such an awesome image. And if we're showing this, we should probably also show this guy. Rookie Explosion. I mean, obviously this is like the most iconic card ever, but he has two really fantastic rookies though. Shout out to Hank. And then if we continue with some old school food issues, we need to show this Drake's 1950 Pee-wee Little Colonel Reese. I knew that nickname all along, not because it was on the back. But look at this card. These are so cool. These are like the OG 55 Bowmans. That image is sweet. This looks like a cat hair, but it's actually a little slab mark, unfortunately. Card's beautiful inside there. Next up, we're going to jump ahead a couple years, but continue the Drake's card tradition here. You know, I assume it's the same Drake's because it's cookies and treats and stuff, but I'm actually not sure if it actually is the same Drake's as the 1950s, but either way, Drake's cards are freaking great no matter what Drake's it is. And then since we're looking at Ricky's, let's go to the Quaker Chewy, one of my favorite Ricky Henderson cards. 25 of 33. Quaker guy, Yankees of course. Ricky living the dream. My cat jumping on the table to join us. We gotta get her out of here. Oops. Get that back. Some nice little stats there. First annual Quaker Chewy granola cards, by the way. And then we're gonna spin this one in an interesting way here. Check this beauty out. Reggie Jackson. Same set. Very next number, by the way. Very next number. And I have better plans for this card. So I'm actually, before your guys' eyes, I'm cracking this slab. Oof. Oh, look at that shimmer. Oh yeah, look at this beauty. We've got something special for this. Sorry, I was trying to do too much at once there. Look at this. Ho, 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 ho. Official 238th buyback. 1 of 1. Auto Reggie 2024. Whew. Man. Let's get a side by side of these guys again. Oh, yeah. Wow. Love how this came out. Beautiful. So since we're showing the buyback, you gotta, of course, shout out everyone's favorite buyback guy, Shane Shoebox Legends, who actually sent me a little something that is so sick, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. Some of you may appreciate it. This is a MF Doom card. Sober 04. Another one. Look at this. So sick. Smiling, the ball. MF Doom, legendary dude. And these go together with 2 MF Doom cards I already had. One is the Hank Aaron from earlier, MF Doomed Up. And the other is KMD, where MF Doom started with his brother Sub Rock. So, thank you to Shane. Shane, I got to put something together for you, my friend. But, yeah, these are a crazy spread. And, you know, got to slip this under here. Operation Doomsday vinyl. Original press, of course. Fondle 'em. Boom. So, since we kind of dipped outside of sports for a second, sort of dipped out, still some ill MF baseball cards, but I'm a big fan of this card here. Shout out to Mookie Chilson and all the Mets fans out there. This is a 1986 Newman Mailman, seen here in a beautiful Goodman card, 9.5. And I'm showing these Seinfeld cards. My buddy Greg, he had a little slip up, making people think he was a fan of the show Friends. And people didn't take that too well. And Greg corrected himself. But we all know Seinfeld is the best show. And we just have all these fantastic Seinfeld cards. You know who's with George in this one. I think I actually just showed it recently. This guy put some nice cards together, though. The backs are clean. And since we're kind of, you know, going in this direction, we have to show Keith. I'm not driving him to the airport. Hernandez. Legendary cameos. This is a beauty. This is like perfect condition. Tiffany. And then, since we're already cracking slabs today, this Jeter Seinfeld 1992 draft pick, Project 2020. I was always annoyed how sloppily they put this sticker on. So guess what, guys? Should have used this knife before. Doing it again. We're cracking slabs. Yeah, pop this. There we go. Ooh, never seen these outside the case. Nice little, look at that. thick. Sweet. That is way too thick to put into something. I have to holler at my girl Kim at Mag Pro, see what they got for this. This is sick though. This looks so much better. Woo! Okay. Remember that Donna Chang episode? Well, we're going to dip into another angle of the collection here with Michael Chang. Do you remember Michael Chang? Tennis extraordinaire. So, these cards are awesome here. I was introduced to Michael Chang as a kid in '91 when I saw a kid at school wearing these absurdly incredible sneakers that were the Reebok tennis pump. And I instantly became obsessed with that shoe and wanted to know all I could learn about Michael Chang. Look at these beauties. And if you don't know the shoe I'm referring to, that is on this 1991 Net Pro Tour Stars card. Look at that shoe. Do you remember these? Little tennis ball. If you don't recall, I'll show you. Because of course I picked these up. Whew. Look at these beauties. These were one of the first things I ever bought on eBay in the early 2000s, believe it or not. Hexalite. Whew. So yeah, sneakers were something I collected for quite some time. And still have quite a few, but you know, not so serious about that anymore. But I thought you'd get a kick out of those, of course. Oh wait, this one. My girl Martina. Super G. Look at that prize money in '91. 16 milli in '91. Martina. My wife watches her wife on the Real Housewives of Miami. So we see a little Martina here and there. So, enough of the funny business. Let's ease back to baseball with everyone's favorite Japanese stolen base king, Yutaka Fukumoto of the Hankyu Braves. This one is a 76 Calbee. Really cool card. And this guy is the 75 Ed Broder JA5. Blank back. Don't really know much about this besides it's really, really cool looking. I don't know if Dylan or JP knows more, but I picked up a couple of these because they just looked so awesome. I remember wearing those pumps on the block, 150th and Broadway, 2004, and a bunch of kids walked up and were like, what the hell are those? I'm like, oh shit, you don't know about these? They're like, yeah, where'd you get those? I was like, eBay. They're like, eBay, what's that? And that's when I was like, wow, that's hilarious. And now look where we've come. So I'm going to move on to a little shout out. I sent my buddy Andy from Andy's Attic some of these Goodman Retirados and a couple other little things, and he sent me in return, which he absolutely did not have to do, the sickest care package, just loaded with all kinds of stuff. There's a whole little collection of these stamps. Goose, Dave, Reg. Look at these stamps. They're freaking awesome. Even some doubles, triples. Reggie and Dave. Look at these. These are so cool. And then we got this Ricky. He knows I love Ricky. 81 top sticker. Another stamp from that same batch. Yankees sticker. Part of a poster pack of some sort. The guy Dave Righetti in the mini with the wood grain. This Andy signature card. And yes, 1 of 50 for all those who don't have this. Sorry. How sweet is that? And then finally, this Ricky Henderson King B 1991 Legend of the West. He was showing these off and asked me if I had one. I told him I didn't, and then he hit me with all this fire. So Andy, you are the man. Everyone check him out for sure. Okay, so Petty, I know you're loving this video, Petty, but I am talking about some gifts and things. You receive gifts too, though, so you can't complain anymore. You're a gift receiver. So I gotta shout out another channel, and I'm just throwing this in here. So this is empty because I drank my coffee. Rev Steve. He was doing a video. He just nonchalantly mentioned he's roasting some coffee beans for his buddy at church or at work. Can't remember. And he said he gives them and sells them. And I just say, oh man, I'd love to try that coffee one day. Next thing you know, Rev Steve sends me 4 bags of beans, all different roasts. And while I'm talking, I'm showing you some footage here. This is all from Rev Steve. So Rev Steve, you are the man. Also check out Rev Steve. He's a collector and a coffee extraordinaire. Been emailing back and forth with him all about coffee ever since. So again, Rev Steve, you're the man. Thank you so much for this. Okay, so now I'm about to drop some crazy shit on you guys. And it's not a deuce, believe it or not. So let me sort of start here by showing you this to tell the story. If you recognize this card, it's the 1951 Bill Dickey. Beautiful game use. This used to be my buddy Keith's YouTube circle thing. And then, blow tape! Sorry, I totally butchered that one. If you notice, he changed his logo. I have here the actual roll of blue tape used in that logo. Right here. So you're seeing like this inception of old and new Keith logos. Then let's just go expand on this a bit, okay? Donnie, beautiful 1990 glossy. Look at that image. 11 of 60. Let's just keep moving here. Let's move on to this. One of my favorites here. 88 Topps Tiffany. Donnie and Ricky. Ricky high-fiving Don for another Grand Slam. Ricky was on base for half of them. And you know, why only have one card high-fiving Ricky? Bada boom, here's the other one. Look at this. Wood grain, pinstripes, the goats. And look at these stats. Look what these guys were putting up together. Holy smokes. Now we're going to get into some 84s. Ricky and Don together. Ricky wasn't quite with the Yankees yet. This would be such a sick card if it was Yankees. Might have to create one just to see how it would look. Now we get a little crazier with 84 Don Ross. Don and Ricky. Now I've been talking about blue tape. I've been talking about Don Mattingly. I always talk about Ricky. That one is a cat hair, okay? Now, you guys know who loves Don Mattingly. Everybody, obviously. But also Keith and also Brent Richards. If you're not living under a rock, you may have seen a video that Brent made. And we're all about to see it together here. I'm so pumped for this, you don't even know. Okay. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Okay. We're going to go in order here. First, it's the Brent card. 59. Cracked the top 100 on that one. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Then we got this. I have always loved this card. Nolan Knows Bo. What a great one. Oh, man. The pink little 90s tiger stripe thing. Oh, yeah. Brent, that is a sick one. But now, look at this. Look at this. 92 Fleer Performer Collection. Dual blue tape relic. This is... It says 16 to 24, but sorry guys, it is 1 of 1 because it's the only one in existence. This is Keith tape and Brent tape from both of their personal tape. And of course, this is Dean tape. I got a closer match to Keith, it looks like. But, wow. Wow, wow, wow. This is amazing. Jeez. This is the best. See, this is... If you think I make stupid comments, I'm not going to stop now because all I did was say, hey, Brent, that would be awesome if you made a Keith blue tape relic, and look what we have here. Brent has a Keith tape, Keith has a Brent tape, and I have a Keith and Brent combo. Whew. So guys, that's all I've got for you today. Let me show you what we have here. Hope you enjoyed everything I'm showing. Look at this old Sporting News. This thing is cool. Oh, look at this. Babe Ruth's home run record. Shows every single one. How cool is that? At that time, at least. We have this Japanese import. There's the yen. This is another record my buddy got for me in Japan. We've got this OG Lou Gehrig pennant. Not sure what year. We've got this Redman mixtape. Ill at Will Volume 1. Auto 04. Shout to the Funk Doc. And finally, we have this little pull sheet from the Hall of Fame mentioning Yutaka Fukumoto's shoes. Let me actually pop those up right here because those were pretty sweet. When Ricky Henderson beat Yutaka Fukumoto, stolen base record, Ricky took that base. This is how much of the man Ricky is for all you Ricky haters. Ricky took that base with him to Japan, gave it to him, and signed it over to the world's greatest base stealer of Japan. Well, that's all I got for you today, guys. I will see you very soon. Thanks for tuning in. See you later.